What's up, guys? Welcome to my first trade recap on this channel. Peekaboo! Sorry, guys, for the jump scare. I just realized after recording that I forgot to show you guys the proof of my trade. So here it is. I'll even refresh for you guys. Boom, 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 load, 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 and on with the video. See ya. Before we get into the trade that I got brutally break-evened on, I want to give you guys a little summary about how I trade. So I trade to draw on liquidities. To a draw on liquidity every single time I take a trade. And what those are, you guys can watch a YouTube video on it, but I'll give you guys a quick recap. On every time frame, there is a draw on liquidity. On the 1 minute, the 5 minute, 15, 1 hour. I don't really use the 30 second, don't know why it's there, but whatever. On all of the time frames, the 2 minute, 3 minute, whatever, they all have draw on liquidities. And those are highs. If it lets me mark it, these are highs and lows in the market. And you use your entry model, depending on what strategy you use in the ICT world, because that's kind of how I trade-ish, to get to those draws and create an objective and whatever. So I don't want to get too much into that, but let's get into the trade I took today. We had NWOG, which was not a real high. That is a gap that we created in Asia last night. We gapped down 350 points in Asia, and it's all because of the Iran BS, Trump news, whatever. The Strait of fucking, don't even know what it's called, got declined. I don't even know. Don't pay attention to it. It's all BS. So anyways, that caused negative catalyst for it to come lower. But yeah, let's go to market open. So I woke up like 2-3 minutes before market open, and I'm looking at the higher time frames, as I always do, and we're looking very bullish. We look like we want to come higher, right? And the only way to validate that is through my entry. So what do I see? Well, market opens. We're chopping around, doing really nothing, just chopping around, right? And out of nowhere, there it is. Skip too fast, of course. Out of nowhere, we get a big, nice candle. And at the time, we weren't holding any 1 minute fair value gap, so I have to scale to the higher time frame of the 5 minute. And we are holding this. We have not inverted. We are just holding this 5 minute. I'm pretty sure to consequent encroachment exactly. So that's pretty cool. We are holding this 5 minute. And what I see here, and before this candle even happens, I'm really heavily considering limit ordering this fair value gap. And there are times I'll limit order a fair value gap. There are times I will wait for displacement. There are times I will limit order, or I will market order mid candle. It all depends on my own discretion, how I trade. It's very different. So regardless, what I see is we're chopping around. We get a nice candle here. Now, I strongly consider taking this. Why do I not take it? Well, since we're chopping around, not really sure where we want to go, there is a very high not high, but there's a good possibility that we can SMT, because ES took this high and NQ didn't. We can come lower, right? That's a very simple term. All of you should know what SMT is if you know the ICT world. Now, what do? I do not take it, because I've seen many times where it does not work like that. But I strongly considered it. So what do? I wait. I do not wait for this candle to close. I enter around here. Maybe lower. I think lower. I enter here. And I have my stop at all the way at this low, and my TP a little past the draw, right? And if you guys waited, cool, go ahead, wait for the candle close. I chose not to because I did not want to take the chance. Look how much higher the TP would have to be if you took that at the close. For me, I was using my discretion. We have a very nice draw. We do not need to wait for it. Anytime you have a nice draw, and every trade I usually take is a pretty nice draw, but just go with it. When you have a nice draw and we are speeding towards that draw, you do not need to wait for candle closes. That's just my own thing. But that also, again, that's not on every trade. Just on this trade, I don't want to confuse you guys, but just on this trade, that's what I chose to do. So my TP was a little higher than the draw, and let's play out the candles. So right here, when we pulled back, if I didn't trade yet, let's say I didn't take a trade yet, I would have limit ordered this. I was genuinely thinking in my head, okay, if I didn't take a trade, I would have been limiting ordering this, right? But I'm already in the trade, so mid. Now we fuck around and we come higher. This trade right here is a nice trade. And to be honest, Sad thing is, I wish I took this. Don't know why I'm being called. Right here, if you were to take this, it's a little over, yeah, it's a 1.5. Pretty nice. So, a little far, but we have a nice draw. And look how clean it looks. So, look how ugly this looks. Boom, boom, boom. We're up, down, up. We're looking clean, right? You guys can take this. You guys can limit order this. However you want to trade it, it would be a nice trade. So, I didn't. I was already in the trade. So, let's go back to my entry. Boom, boom, boom. And I want to show you guys how I got brutally, don't want to say that word on YouTube, but you guys get the point. So let's continue. So what happens? Now, at this point, before this candle, I am not break even yet. I am just based on my own discretion. I waited for another pump up. We're up, down, simple, up. We should make a higher high, and we should not come to my entry. The second I see this and a little bit of follow through, boom, break even. Boom, right away, break even. So what do? Come higher, and this is what happens. We don't come to my TP, fine. We tick it, we fill the NWOG to the tick, and we end up chopping me out. Like this. I thought I was going to tweak out here when we started coming higher, but whatever, mid. And then we ended up making this weird candle, and then we ended up, blah, 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 skip all this BS. We end up taking my TP. So, sucks, but whatever. Now, I didn't forget to mention, I did make a little bit of money because I took 3 micros. It was across 9 accounts. I took 3 micros here, and when I see this, to me, it's telling me, yeah, we might want to come higher, but I don't want to take the chance. We're looking just weird. For me, my discretion, something was tickling in my brain that made me think, I don't like the look of this. So I ended up selling, market selling, around here, don't know where, one of my contracts, and made like a $200 profit across each account. And the rest is history. We fucking chopped around, but we ended up hitting TP. So sucks, whatever. And that's pretty much it. That's this recap. Sorry if it was very long and annoying, but I don't know. I don't really like to plan these, just like do my own thing. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.